Okay, we're gonna go over cache now. We've got not too many to learn, but just a couple on the CT side and a couple of smokes and regular util executes that'll help us on T side for cache. So, instant mid smoke off spawn, we're gonna be able to create a lineup for ourselves right out the gate. So actually, anywhere you spawn inside the CT room, you're gonna notice this one tile is just like kind of covered in water. It's just like this one square water tile. You can just see the reflection give up super hard here. This is the one we're looking for. There's also this like backwards Africa shape. So if you find this, you're going to line up with these row of tiles. Look up here at the bottom of the green rail and strafe out. Once you're here about center between this building and this awning, you're just going to jump throw. That's going to be your instant mid smoke. So again, that might seem hard, but like if you know you're going to do it, I'm going to mid smoke off this round. Just going to line up, aim up, strafe out. Once you get centered, regular jump throw, and that's your mid smoke. Ideally, the mid player themselves would not have to throw this because they can already be up here and probably going ahead and like mollying the boost. That's a quick instant mid smoke. Okay, we've got a main smoke from spawn. There's two ways to do it. If you are the A player, I do not recommend doing it this way. This is for somebody to support the A player. Somebody wants to throw it for the A player so they can be quick. You just want to stand in this corner here. Then you're going to look for this splotch that sticks out. Kind of looks like a canine tooth. You just kind of have to learn them. There's this big rust spot, and then there's this dot. There's this point right here. That's what you're looking for, just a jump throw. And you'll see where that's going to land. And you're going to have a perfect A main smoke. The alternative, if you're playing A yourself, run up here, get to the tire of the truck, aim at this corner, and just left click. Quick way to identify that, there's a lot of windows, but you see there's an AC unit, AC unit, AC unit, AC unit. It's this one. The double AC units, you're just aiming at the top left corner. It's not very precise. You're just trying to lob one over there into A main. For B site util, if you're playing B site and you're just playing headshot, you can bounce a smoke into B main that's really good. All you're gonna do is just try to like make sure you're lined up with this part of the box, just this last bit. This is not precise at all. You can do this out of your peripheral. Like, oh, I'm here. See, I can kind of just tell I'm like right here. You'll see these like X's. You just want to aim right here with this line centered and just left click. And what that's going to do is give you a deep smoke that will discourage them from pushing out while also letting you watch the cross to checkers. You don't want a smoke that's covering the entire door because that gives them an easy into checkers and then they can come shoot you in the side. So again, if you kind of just like notice where you are, just a quick left click. Really good to slow them down. Simple. Okay, on T side, pushing out of A main is extremely difficult. One of the harder takes in the game, in my opinion. This smoke is what it looks like the early round smoke that I throw every single round. I play A site on cache. So I'm going to rethrow that smoke. But this is what it looks like from the T side's perspective. So with a little bit of coordination, two people with mollies, we can easily get out here. Even if you just have one, there's a simple way to do this. I'm going to rethrow that smoke so we see it. If this smoke happens, this is actually a good thing because all you're going to do is creep across. Then you're going to pull out a molly. You see these two lids right here that are flipped out. You're just going to like line up with them, aim underneath the A, and running through. And you're going to very consistently molly the backside of fork. And it won't molly this, so you can get out to this point while this person's dealing with it. Alternatively, the same time that this is happening, if you line up with this lid and you aim underneath the A again and running throw, you're going to be able to bounce a molly off quad and clear this whole corner. So if you have two people throwing these mollies at the same time, you're going to have a lot of the site mollied off instantly. And if you have maybe a third person also flashing out at the same time, you have two mollies going out and you're able to get out real quick, be aggressive on site. So that's just some quick util to push through the smoke. Now I'm going to go over the lineups for the actual smokes for A site. These are extremely simple. You're going to run get stuck in this corner, and all three smokes are going to be from this one corner. The most useful of all of them, in my opinion, is just the regular left click on the corner here. Extremely simple to remember. You can see where the smoke's going to land. It's going to give you a lot of protection on site. You can pair that with a jumping smoke, jump throw smoke that's going to be, you're looking for this rust spot. It's just above it. You look up and make sure that you're even with that height. Jump throw. This dark spot. And then the third one is actually, you're going to look up. So you're looking at this rust spot for the second one. You're actually looking all the way for this blue splotch over here. This like elongated blue. You're looking for that. And you just want to aim halfway up that. It's right in the middle of it. Keep your same line on your horizontal. Raise your vertical, jump throw. That one's going to land to block off fork. So that also allows a little bit of lurk out to fork for us. So if you put them all three together, what we're going to see is I recommend doing the fork one first because it takes the longest. Jump throw. Second one at the rust mark. Jump throw. and regular left click. And that will smoke off the entirety of A site, which is going to make our life extremely easy. Again, so you kind of can lurk through this smoke to fork, but you have all of this covered. You need to worry about your catwalk and then maybe somebody boosting on the fork. These are 3 simple smokes that get us out. For players trying to work through Squeak, I've got a quick flash lineup that you can use to pop flash out the door. So all you want to do is just walk your way over to this corner, make sure you don't make any noise. You're going to aim right in the center of the circle on the poster. Very simple. And you're just going to run through, and you're going to open the door. That is going to absolutely obliterate anybody playing sight. They're going to hear the squeak, they're going to react, they're going to look, they're going to get hit. It's going to hit anybody that's playing quad. It's going to hit everybody except this person. You know, this person's going to be safe if there's one playing this angle. If somebody's playing fork, it's absolutely going to obliterate them as well. The only thing that's really important is if you don't do a run throw, it'll still work, but you're not going to get the pop you really need because it's gonna go off here, which is going to be tucked behind the door, and that's not going to be enough to get the quad player. So you really want to make sure that you just do a little bit of a run throw. It's going to give it the momentum that it needs. It's going to be very simple. Okay, we got a couple lineups from T-spawn and then a couple of B, and we can get out of here. Instant smoke mid from T-spawn. You're just going to aim underneath the T in this octo section, and you're going to jump the moment you get to this white line. Very simple. So you're just going to running throw, jump. Running jump throw, that's going to get it every single time. This is some day one shit. We've been doing this from the jump. But in case you haven't seen it, there you go. It's very consistent. Super easy. Moving towards A main, there's a quick volley you can do if you jump onto the edge of the truck. You want to aim right in between these 2 buildings. Just like a field goal, right? And then you're going to want to jump throw the moment your reticle reaches the curb. And that's going to instant molly highway. That one landed a little deep. You really want it to land on the boxes, but either way, you're going to discourage your mid players from getting aggressive. Yeah, let's say I'm the highway player, right? I'm running out early round and I'm trying to get to this heady. Here's the molly. Oh shit. It's a lot of early damage and it just helps our mid players get out. It also just keeps them really tweaked about mid because we're just being very aggressive. Okay, moving over towards B, there's not a ton of crazy stuff because they put a roof on everything, but we've got a couple that we can use that are going to be really good. If you're running out with your team, just do a running jump throw here to smoke tree. You're just going to aim between this pipe and this like line here. So you just have this like perfect flat surface, this little wall. All you're going to do is just aim low and running jump throw. If you're going with your team, you're going to be able to bounce that into tree really easily and just go ahead and get yourself a little bit of side control. The only thing is you want to aim low towards the floor because if you aim high, sometimes you'll bounce it and it'll hit catwalk or this heaven. That'll happen. So you want to make sure you're aiming low, but super easy to remember. Going with your team, like somebody's flashing out, you're coming in with the smoke. You guys are able to take sight together. If you're by yourself and you want to do a nice lineup to get yourself onto B site, this is going to seem hard to remember, but I promise it's not. You're just going to jump on the rail here, over here in Sunroom, line up with this. If you like look straight when you jump up here, there's only going to be one brick that has this nice separation right in your screen. Just make sure you're there. Then you're going to turn. You're going to notice these 3 dots on the wall. 1, 2, 3. You're going to aim at the top one. You see this line? Kind of looks like a constellation or something. And you're just going to left click at the top one. And you're going to end up hitting this smoke very consistently. That lands cat. You can like bounce a flash in. And it's going to waterfall down and cover tree as well. So not only going to cover heaven, but you're going to be able to get yourself all the way out here with a heady to work with before you have to fight anybody. Super good solo smoke. Okay, that's cash.